Live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Welcome to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show, presented by Scott K. Nichols and State Farm Insurance. And now, here's your hosts, Brandon Reef and Jonathan Birdsong.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 334. I'm your host, Brandon Reef. Joined as always by my co-host here, Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you, sir?
Man, Super Bowl, what I'm saying? Dealing with the Super Bowl hangover, man. I'm different. I'm a little wired, a little different, man. Sad. It was real sad at halftime, right, with the Super Bowl. But, man, after the Super Bowl's over, there's really no more football. And I know people disbelieve I'm a basketball head junkie. I am. But, man, sad, kind of the season's done. Football season's done, and we got to kind of focus on draft and all that. But, no, man, other than that, man, pretty good spirits, ready to talk, good sports tonight. I know we got a bunch of topics, between NBA, college, and recount, covering the Super Bowl. So, man, where are you going to start it?
Yeah, let's dive right into the Super Bowl. We've got final score, 40-22. The Philadelphia Eagles basically put a shit can together, dog walked the Kansas City Chiefs. Lucky they even scored 22 points. Jalen Hurts MVP award to defense, I think, should have had it probably as well. But that defense on Patrick Mahomes, it looked like, as Jonathan would put it, Swiss cheese. That was a little Swiss cheese defense there that the Kansas City
on my brother, man.
had there. What were your thoughts, John? Just incredible.
Beige brother he didn't have no time to throw, man, at all, man. It wasn't as bad as the Super Bowl they lost against Tampa Bay, Tom Brady annihilated them. It wasn't that bad, but it was kind of bad, man. Brandon, when you look at I know you said the MVP award could have went to somebody on defense, man, but we look at that, they built that defense up. It's a lot of SEC names on it. I know, I'm surprised nobody chirped me. The guys from, Georgia, the fans of Georgia and Alabama, a lot of those names are on. They'll play defense on, for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. But no, you kind of like I said, tip your hat to the Eagles, man. And Jalen Hurts, like I said, man, we was on here last week. Definitely Saquon Barkley. Don't get it twisted. He's still, he showed improved, but man, Jalen Hurts won the game for him. He had to be. And he, like I said, be the better quarterback. And he definitely, stepped up and showed that, man. You kind of, like I said, tip your hat. I don't know what they, some of the crazy talk afterwards, them talking about just because you won the Super Bowl finally, and you've been to the Super Bowl, don't make you a dynasty just yet. You have to win more than one to be a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, you tip your hat to what the Philadelphia Eagles have kind of put together. No more doubt in Jalen Hurts ever. Right, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of take that off him. Definitely no more doubt. You got to have a special running back. Saquon Barkley, we know this is a special kind of running back, and you got to have, if you have a special kind of running back to go with the offensive line, a magic can kind of be created, man. Saquon Barkley looked like Emmitt Smith meets, Barry Sanders out there. But again, their offensive line, defensive line, definitely you have to tip their cap. But those teams were kind of built over time. And probably due to a trade pick or two that the coach probably sent them when they traded for Carson Wentz, man. I don't know if that rubs any people the wrong way around here, man. But that's kind of how, they kind of built up their defense and whatnot. But could they make a run back? For sure. Brandon, I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs can be back here at the same situation. So just wasn't the best, the best version of the Kansas City Chiefs at all. They couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chiefs are. I think right now, besides them and Buffalo, those are your top two teams possibly to come back next year to repeat. The Chiefs. Listen, they when they lost to Tampa, the shit kicking they took there, they regrouped. They added the pieces that they needed. They kind of tightened up. I kind of expect the same thing. I saw some dumbass today on Fox Sports Radio that said that Andy Reid should resign. And I'm like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I
he
mean,
lost
if
one
he
Super
wants to,
Bowl, right? He lost a
yeah,
Super Bowl, but
if he
that
wants
team
to
is
go off
still
into the
dynamic.
sun, yeah, if he wants to go off into the sunset and still be remembered and revered, you know what I'm saying? But like, no, man, Andy Reid obviously still got a lot more coaching left in him and wants to coach the team. I think then DeAndre Hopkins, he retired. I do believe.
I didn't hear that, but he probably needs to as many drops as he had.
But like, no, man, there'll obviously be some changes. And they'll you know, man, I know they don't necessarily have high draft picks, but they got the best quarterback. That is what they have the best quarterback in the league. And as long as you got as long as you got a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, you got a chance to get you back to the Super Bowl. So they figure out the
Yeah,
other pieces.
I agree with that. Mahomes looking uncomfortable. Travis Kelce was a no-show pretty much for the game. We talked about Hopkins missing balls. Here's my thing: Kansas City couldn't even get a run game going, so they had to pass. But even when they were trying to pass, they were getting just their blocks broken off. And here's the
Yep.
thing: let's talk about the Philadelphia offense. Yeah, Saquon Barkley was stopped a little bit. Okay. Kansas City did that. They said, hey, Jalen Hurts, guess what? You're going to have to go out here. You're going to have to throw. You're going to have to run. You're going to have to beat us. And that's exactly what Jalen Hurts did. I think he proved himself. And my question to you is Jalen Hurts now the best Philadelphia Eagles quarterback of all time? Because he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won one, lost one.
Oh,
Nobody else has.
you want to put him over the homie Donovan McNabb?
Donovan McNabb had
We can stay up there.
more talented team than what Jalen Hurts has had. And he's won a Super Bowl. McNabb's not.
Yeah, so we can put him over McNabb. Trying to think
Randall Cunningham?
who also Randall Cunningham was in and out. Yeah, we can put him over Randall Cunningham as well. Yeah, you could probably. I mean, you probably stamp Jalen Hurts as that. Yeah,
Best Eagles
number one.
quarterback. Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry.
I
It's okay
know,
to
I
say
know,
that.
Brandon. No, I know D-Cop was listening. I know somebody in the 70s
It's okay.
that we forget, man. But like, no, man. Right now, Jalen Hurts is, what I'm saying, he's sitting on top of the mountaintop.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy, Justin Powell said Xavier Worthy could be special. Absolutely. If he'll stay. We all also thought that Tyreek Hill was going to be special, and he decided to take the money and run. I think that was a song as well, I think, right? The Rambler, maybe?
Yeah.
Take the money and run.
No, don't give it sport, not music tonight, man. But like,
Hey, we're entertainment business. Speaking of entertainment, I saw you gave a rating for the halftime show.
I love it.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
That's fine.
First parts, I couldn't understand what he was saying. I was trying to put a little bit together, but when you play your new shit, you got to play some of the old hits more. Like you're gonna get people more. They're gonna know your name, and like you cater to a certain brand, certain group with all your new shit you want to put out. I understand you want to put out maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds worth of some stuff, hit some one-liners, but you got to play your normal shit. So I think that's where I lost a lot of people. And it was still good. It was still good, but lost a lot of people. But I got to, when he played the song, man, he looked you straight in the camera and said, "Yo, Drake." What was your thoughts on that?
Hey man, that's hip hop. Brandon, I'm not saying you didn't grow up in a rap and hip hop world where rappers diss one another, but like that's what hip hop is, man. I mean, it's not about
Yeah.
openly, like, what I'm saying, it's not about openly like disrespecting, but they got into a quote unquote rap beef. And it's like, what I'm saying, it's like who makes the best song or who can get the people to rock into they sound. Kendrick, I get it. Drake makes better pop records. He does. And you know what I'm saying? He does. He has for a number of years. How can we, we can't take that away from him. That don't mean everybody should stop liking Drake. But as far as if you are a purist, and everybody knows that I am, you know what I'm saying? If you're a purist and you listen, I mean a purist, man, I felt like I was there when the first records in like the 80s got broke, you know what I'm saying, or the big records in their range. So, you know what I'm saying, I kind of didn't, my hip hop is kind of didn't grow with me. If I almost saw my record collections to the right of me, y'all lose, you know what I'm saying, you CD collection anyway, you probably lose your mind of like rap records and hip hop records. But like, nah, man, that's kind of what hip hop is about, man. And you know, and I know, like man, sidebar to uplift the black culture. Hip hop makes a statement, either against, you know what I'm saying, what people openly believe to be blatant racism, right?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop felt the need to make a statement. So you got Uncle Sam out there, Sam Jackson. He had the, you know what I'm saying, a club arrangement of dancers. You know what I'm saying, in red, white, and blue. If I had to give one little knock, like listen, man, like uh, gangster walking is a serious little thing. It's not little. Out in California, that's the way. That's the way little. That's a serious situation, man. So like
Right.
up there on gangster walking, crip walking, or whatever, man. That, you know
Didn't
what I'm saying,
Serena used to date
that's a
Drake? And that was like a.
oh, I don't even know nothing about that.
I
I
heard
don't
that
know
that
how.
was
I don't
beef
know.
of her going back at him with that, which she's already with somebody else.
Nah,
So why are you still
nah,
beefing with
yeah,
the
she's married to a whole billionaire. You know what I'm saying? But she is
exactly?
from
So why you?
California.
I didn't get
But
that
she is,
part.
but she is, but yeah, but she is from California, and I don't know. There's so many people. Well, there's so many people that even if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, irrelevant, that they want to chime in. You know what I'm saying? I seen Whitlock say something about, and he should know better. He should know this is what hip hop is all about. You know, I did when I was 17, 18, 19 years, however old I was, with Tupac
Just a
and
pal says
Biggie.
Drake takes jabs at her still. So all right,
Yeah, see, you take right. So, but like, no, man, what's your name? What's your name? That's just what hip hop is like. LL Cool J and Kumo D back in 30 years ago, or Tupac and Biggie, or NWA versus the world. Like, this is what hip hop is, man. Again, man, this is a sports show. It ain't for me to go down a
no, it's
wormhole
sports
with
and
you.
entertainment.
But like, man, you know the what Kendrick and kind of some folks are saying, man. Like hip hop, rap music has kind of got watered down. No, nobody's fault. Nobody in particular's fault. That's like, you know what I'm saying. But because like if they ask you to make a record and they give you $5 million, you know what I'm saying, to make a hit record, that's what you're supposed to do, right? You know what I'm saying. But part of like what hip hop was formed for, you know what I'm saying, formed from the streets and from the community and from the black community, some of it has got washed away with
Yeah,
think about it, think about it, think about it. I'm just saying, and I wrap it, think about it, like how many songs Drake or Lil Red, like I don't know all the rappers, or what's a Sexy Red, or it's the same subject content. Spend money,
right.
buy a purse, buy a car, spend money. But like, and those things, like there's a whole little world of like black culture that people used to rap about, and they don't rap about it no more. And like Kendrick Lamar taps into it, and then you know what I'm saying, unfortunately some people don't understand it or whatever, and that's fine. But you know,
Let
it
me ask
is
you
what it
this:
is, man. Go ahead.
next year's Super Bowl, Jonathan Birdsong has a shot to pick who it is.
To book
Who
it,
do
to
you want
book
as the
it.
half?
Oh man, when everybody said this show was woke, too woke, but I was like, man, if I booked it, man, it would be way woke than, this, man. Let me tell you, man, we probably have some fish up there or something, man. But like, nah, man. Um, Listen, man, I like 80s. Every Lord knows it. But like all the 80s people kind of already been done, or they didn't already gone to glory. So like we
Right.
really can't do 80s. You know what I'm saying? Um, Drake, I mean, I don't know. Did he already do
Stop.
one? I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? He
Drake,
can't do it. He's done. Drake
you
is
can't
done.
do it right
Drake can't
after
do.
you just got you got stunt danced on the grave.
Yeah, I mean, and like LL Cool J's already done it. So I really can't. Aerosmith has already done it against somebody, another act that I kind of respect. Kurt Cobain has gone to his glory, so he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So and oh my God, the United States will lose their mind if Pearl Jam. If I book Pearl Jam and Dave Matthews, book them.
Is it
Let's
too
go.
is it too slow to put Boys to Men?
Too slow. Too slow. Give me Pearl Jam and Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews Band for next year's Super Bowl. Let's go.
Oh, free weed for everybody that
What
walks in the arena. There's a stadium
what
too.
would you say? Don't bite the mailman.
Hey,
You
don't
were
don't get
doggy.
us X here now.
You can only do 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You were doggy on this train.
Our
Don't
sponsor
bite
Scott
my
K.
lifeline.
He says T Grizzly.
Who?
T
He won a
Grizzly.
church act. He won a church act to come up to the
Alicia Keys. Yeah, she joined. Hey, last year's was great.
man.
Usher
No, man.
Usher
They were
was
tuned
great
out.
last year.
Yeah, they would tune out on Alicia Keys. I wouldn't. I mean, I like Alicia Keys. I can't wait for the NBA All Star halftime. It's too short, and E40. That's the the NBA halftime All Star is E40 and too short. Oh,
So
that's gonna
next
be
year's Super Bowl's in San Francisco. So
Dave Matthews. Why not?
I was thinking, like, I think they've already done it, but Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What I got to give it to you. It could probably rock out. It could probably rock out for sure.
Californication, yeah. Um,
Yep.
but and this is a weird sidetrack before we get to the next topic.
It's all good.
I just started watching. I'm on episode number 5 right now on Max, the show Max on was it HBO Max, whatever.
Yeah.
The Diddy documentary.
The who?
Diddy?
Oh, I thought you said something else. I thought you said
Diddy?
this on
Boy,
Max.
oh my! You need to check
Max.
this out.
I'll get on it. I got Max. I'll get on there. I'll watch
it.
it.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't know from way back in the day. I guess when I was growing up and stuff, where they tried to have a celebrity all-star basketball game in New York and ended up killing people because they shut the door.
Yeah, they had a fire. They had a fire that broke out. Yeah.
Yeah, LL Cool J was there. They showed real young LL Cool J. I didn't know a lot of that stuff, but the interviews they're doing with people, man, this dude, he hoodwinked everybody. Sorry, Diddy watching?
He ain't watching. He's in protective custody.
Scott K wants to know, a great segue. What's our thoughts on a healthy Zion Williamson going to his Pistons?
He does need to. That's the curveball. He does need to change the venue. You think about a team like Detroit, they've grown up this past season. He needs to be he needs to be in a locker room where, you know what I'm saying, we are dependent upon you to be a, you know what I'm saying, 30% max usage player. But like, dude, grow fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And understand that, you know what I'm saying, you could be Zion Wilson could be a face of the league. I ain't saying he could, I'm not saying he could be the face, but he could be a face of the league. But you got to play and act like you want to play. So, but like the Pistons, like absorbing that, like they would have to move. They got some young pieces to move. You think about that kid Ron Holland. Saying, man, this dude got defense out his ear, but he's still like 19, 20. But they got some pieces they can move to get him. Like the Duran kid's contract, and maybe in the season, in the off season. But like, yeah, man, Zion Williamson with that, or you know what I'm saying? You know, I know Jay Knive is out right now. But like, no, you know what I'm saying? He needs to play with like players that can like out throw him alley oops, and where he don't have to be necessarily ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? Right, you know what I'm saying, with the ball in his hand all the time. So he definitely.
What do you call successful? 50 games for Zion? 55?
For Zion, 55, man. Like, dude, 55? Like you too young to be. You now games.
So 50. I'm thinking if you play 50 in the regular season, then the playoffs, I think I'd be fine with that. So, yeah. I mean, hey, I saw the score last night. The Pistons dog walked the Bulls. They were up by 40.
Well, what is the Bulls?
Rolled over in his grave?
He ain't there yet. What's the Bulls really playing for? I heard a lot of these. I know it's a good transition. I heard a lot of names. I heard a lot of names, Brandon, about who's going to be the coach at IU. These people around here, maybe it's the Dave Matthews Band crowd, Brandon. I don't know. They still think Stevens is walking through that door,
and they think Donovan as well.
Who?
They think Billy Donovan. I heard 4 people tell me this just this week. Hey man, I think Billy Donovan might be the new IU. He ain't gonna come back. He's got a good cush life.
We've kind of went past the point with Billy Donovan. You missed that, y'all. For Bloomington, y'all, you missed your calling with Billy Donovan. You missed your calling, you know what I'm saying, with Brad Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
I've been banging the thing for Porter Moser. Porter Moser might get fired in 2 years. He might get fired. Well, his out of conference record is better than his in conference record, and like, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be the other way, Porter. So Oklahoma got some work to do. But like, nah, man, there's no way. Listen, Pat Riley at some point is going to transition into retirement, and at some point there's going to be this superpower. There's one lonely, younger than Pat Riley, right? Superpower executive. There's going to be Brad Stevenson. That's what I believe. Whether it's with the Celtics or with another team. I know the Celtics team, Boston right now are currently in transition of a sale if it gets approved. Jeff Bezos' name has kind of come up as being the owner, the next owner, future owner of the Boston Celtics. By the current, the in transition owner, this is why he Brent after the finals, everybody got paid. Porzingis got more money. Like everybody got, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he wants this last owner wants to really win before he goes out, right? So there's the thought there's going to be some transition that if Brad Stevens doesn't want to work for the new ownership, right? Who wouldn't hire Brad Stevens to come work to like build me a winner? You know what I'm saying? Except for Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge, who knows, God knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Utah. I don't know what Danny Ainge is doing in Utah. I would, you know what, Brandon? I don't really like. I would, you know what I'm saying? That's one dude I would really like to shout out for a week. Danny Ainge, like, dude, like, what's going on? Like, who you trade? Why are you trading on your draft picks this year? Who you trade? Like, you don't want Cooper Flag, or
Try to get him on our
who do
show.
you want? Danny Ainge
Can't hurt.
I can't hurt. I send him a nice letter.
Yeah, they got an email. He's got an email online.
But like, no, man, what do you think about? What do you think? I mean, because I know, you know, what I'm saying they see the Purdue hat, they think I'm hating, and everybody knows I got love for. We got IU Indy right up here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like, what you think about who's the next IU head coach gonna be, man? The name is out there.
My candidates, and I put this out recently. I can't remember where I put it.
Mike Lewis, they had a good win. Ball State had a great win last night.
Oh, the dunk, top 6 on ESPN Sports Center. Which, if that's still a thing, it was a big dunk. Absolutely,
yeah. Great game from the Ball State crew last night. Jeremiah Hill, Peyton Sparks, Pearson.
So
Hernandez. Yeah,
here's my thing. Do you want a safe route for IU? Here's the thing. Do they want a safe route? Do they want a splashy name? Do they want somebody young? Do they want somebody old? I don't think they want to go old again. You just dealt with that with Mike Woodson.
You're right.
I did hear one name thrown out from a IU video podcast, that said, after this year, and I about rolled out of my chair. They said you go out and you bring in Rick Pitino, and I about rolled out of my chair when I heard Rick Pitino. Now maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe bringing Rick, but you'd be doing it again with 1 or 2 seasons with Rick. I know he's doing great with St. John's, even though they're losing right now this year. But I mean, they're 21-3, 12-1 in the conference. They just whooped on UConn. But if you're asking me to name my 2 candidates, I think you got 3. I think you got Mike Lewis at Ball State. I still think Mike Lewis is going to be the leading guy. I really do. You make the phone call to Alford, regardless. I don't think Alford would want to do it, but I think you still make the phone call out there to Nevada to see if he wants to come. And number 3, I think he's going to go safe route, and I think he wants young because he made a splash when he went and got Signetti at JMU. And I'm sure Signetti's probably got a little bit of talk and influence to say, hey, I can vouch for this guy. But that Mark Byington, who was the JMU head coach when Signetti was at JMU, and now he's leading this Vanderbilt team to a great season. I could see him going that easy route to bring him in.
And you know, they like him in Bloomington. Like they want to start winning. 1 year might be an adjustment. The next year they want to get things running.
You may see IU's new head coach tomorrow night when UCLA comes to town, because things aren't going right for Mick Cronin out there at UCLA. He's pissed off. He hates the travel.
Right. He hates travel.
Get him back to the Midwest roots. I think he could see he's got that fieriness that the IU coach needs to be here. I can see Mick Cronin leaving UCLA to come to the IU, get back to his Midwestern roots, and also, you know, he's been bitchy out there too much.
Mick Cronin might be back in Butler.
Well, he's gonna get a good preview tomorrow night. Assembly Hall. No, Friday night, Assembly Hall.
It's definitely gonna be rather interesting, man. I don't think Nate Oates comes over. He just got there's really no Duke assistant that wants to come to the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? To coach. Shaka Smart probably wouldn't be bad, but I think Shaka Smart likes the mid-major life. I really do. You know what I'm saying? He had the
Chris
Texas
Beard,
life. I'm not, hey man, you
he's
know,
jumping up a lot of lists.
he's gonna have to be properly vetted.
In what way?
You gotta go through the council of basketball folks. You know
He
what I'm
did.
saying?
He was coached under Bob Knight.
Man, that's like, man, but
He wears the general on his shirt.
yeah, man, I don't know,
You're not Chris
man.
Beard guy. He's got that he's got that attitude that
Give
would
give
there'd be
Mike
no
give
nonsense.
Mike Lewis. I'm gonna tap back in. I mean, I don't want Ball State to lose Mike Lewis. I want Ball State to get back to the action. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? If that's his he's an alumni from there, and I get that, and he has, you know what I'm saying, kind of done a tour of duty around various coaching spots, stopping Butler, stopping Nebraska, and now head coach at IU. I mean, Ball State. But like, yeah, man, give him the keys to the city because he seems more. And it's nothing. Be honest with you though, Brandon. Like I know we knock on Woodson. They win last night, man. Woodson is a competent coach. He's just not a great college coach at all. I think that's clear. He's not a great college coach. He's a competent basketball coach, which can get you through, navigate you through some games. You know what I'm saying? But again, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, somebody brought it to my attention, man. He's like, dude, he said Renew and Ballo, like, it's great that you got two bigs, man, but where your guard play? Who's like they don't. The entry guard, like they don't have that. You definitely don't have still quality shooters. My guy who transferred from out west, he looked better out west than he like here. He gonna transfer again.
How's
You know what
Josh
I'm saying?
Sturtz?
Nah, man. Josh Hurt, he left Indiana. He left the state of Indiana. Should have did one more tour of duty. You know what I'm
Do you want to
saying?
splash a
He should
name?
have left. Who? Kareem Abdul. Who?
No,
Frank
a
Vogel.
splashy name to come to be IU's head coach.
Who?
Buzz Williams.
The homie that Double D said no.
It was not, and that's all he was talking about in the press conference. But he's got
but see,
Midwestern
but
roots,
here's the thing, though,
proven
man.
record.
Like Buzz, his media department stinks. They do. You beat Annapolis and beat Purdue.
Yeah,
I don't think. And he's been around the world. You look at Buzz, you know what I'm saying? You look at where his coach stops at. He's played, you know what I'm saying, coaching recruiting in the ACC and got to the tournament. Coaching recruited, you know what I'm saying, you name it, and got to the tournament. So, like, he's still kind of young. He still kind of fits the demographic. People say they kind of gonna remind him of Tom Crean, but it's okay, man. Tom Crean hangs the Big Ten banners. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. Oladipo didn't hit the, you know what I'm saying, didn't hit the shot to get him to, you know what I'm saying, past, you know what I'm saying, Sweet 16 round. You know what I'm saying? Cody Zeller need to play a little bit harder. Damn it.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? But like, no, man. So like Buzz, Brandon, I was kind of impressed with the team they put out there when they played Purdue when we saw them in the Indy Classic, man. I thought they were going to struggle, but you know what I'm saying, because they didn't have a damn shooter on the roster. But defensively, man, you know what I'm saying, he puts out a good, you know what I'm saying, what the Hoosiers kind of want, what the Hoosier faithful kind of want, a defensive minded team that's going to compete night after night. Can he recruit? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, again, it's going to take him a while to get to, you know what I'm saying, get to that thing to go. I wouldn't but like Buzz, you know what I'm saying, that would it would go good with Southern Indiana, wouldn't it? Buzz, sure, they pick up on it.
Is the IU coaching job still a top 25 needed program? Like, hey, this is very prestigious.
Like
I think they
running,
got a little bit of work to do because you can't just go off a name, right? I mean,
right. I still think it is Brandon, but like you can't disrespect a guy
I think it is as well.
like Brad Stevens.
But he's got it. So let's just forget about Brad Stevens talk. It's not happening. He's not leaving the NBA. He's got a cush job. Why does he want to come and coach prima donna kids who you got to pay? He can pay pros and sit up in a luxury box and not have the pressure. He's not going to leave that job. Maybe when he's 60 and he decides to get out of the NBA. But let's just
y'all can leave that Brad. Who did somebody? Bruce Pearl. I'm not necessarily. I think Bruce Pearl is fine where he's at in Auburn.
I think the old Ohio State coach might be somebody. Holtman.
He's at DePaul right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not necessarily having a terrible season.
Nope. Got Big Ten roots, Indiana roots. And I see you don't like it.
He probably jumped on it. I ain't got no problem with it. I'd have to know what the heck happened. What really happened at Ohio State? Like, how did it fall apart? It fell apart fast.
Can I get you to go ahead and give I need a definitive answer on this.
Yes.
We don't need to worry about Brandon Brantley to IU, correct?
Nah, man, they're not wearing no.
Just to make it simple. I gotta make it official.
Yeah, no, you ain't gotta worry about that one.
He'd bring every 7-footer with him
in the nation for sure. Nah, you ain't worry about that one.
Back real quick to back to the college football. Good topic, by the way. Back to NFL. Jets are not going to keep Aaron Rodgers. They flew his ass out there, told him, "Hey, we're moving on unless you're going to be the OTAs. Every single thing. We want you off of Pat McAfee every week." He said, "Nah, I'm good." I think it's time for Rodgers to retire. And the only reason I'm saying that is because they got the freaking Steelers possibly taking Aaron Rodgers. And I don't want that ass in Pittsburgh at all.
Yeah, he ain't going to tell Mike Tomlin what to do. He had
Get
to
him out.
Yes. But like you want, like from a Steelers standpoint, you want to see you want to see what that looks like. Even if it's a younger, like you resign Fields and you draft a younger quarterback rather than dealing with Aaron Rodgers. Because yes, Aaron Rodgers can win games. Retire, Brandon. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say like not for your team or not for the coach, right? Not for the Steelers, not for the coach. But like he didn't have a bad season. Look at his stats. He got what 2,000 yards, 2,400 yards, something crazy. He did it,
Ballard's an idiot enough. He would probably get him and sign him.
They're not gonna bring him. They're not gonna bring him in. He's probably gonna go.
Stupid enough he could.
Who's desperate? The Raiders. You know what I'm saying? He'd be somewhere desperate. Somewhere desperate.
Cleveland. Is that too desperate?
Desperate. Very desperate. He might be no, Brandon.
New York? The other New York?
No, they youth movement down there. I would say desperate. The Khan family. Would they do an Aaron Rodgers down Florida way? Because like Sunshine, what is Sunshine doing? He's regressed.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy.
Get Aaron Rodgers.
You think Rodgers to Jacksonville?
You gotta get some fire underneath. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we're gonna bring somebody in, and like man, Pat McAfee's gonna be over there. And Sunshine, if you don't get your action together, it does. Who cares? It's the fucking Lord. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got 3 freaking games over there in Europe anyway. Like they don't matter. Let Aaron Rodgers go over there, have tea and crumpets with Charles, and want to rum up. It'll be a great spectacle for him, man. Because the kid's he gonna flat. Like I don't know what happened to the kid. Like maybe
he just needs to
too
retire.
much success.
Just retire.
Aaron Rodgers? No,
it ain't gonna work, man. Done. Never. What's he got to prove?
Granted, he wants to
Is it the spotlight he's scared of? Then go into the broadcast group.
In his mind, he thinks he's as good as Peyton Manning, and kind of thinks he's on the level with Tom Brady.
Those two names don't even belong together.
I'm just telling you what Aaron Rodgers thinks in his mind. You know what I'm saying? He got to understand that, like, dude, you got John Elway's in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think he's top 15, top 20 all time.
Ooh, I wish the homies, you remember the homies you used to work with? I wish they was on. Listen, I'm gonna take all my personal feelings about Brett Favre and, you know what I'm saying, his chicanery away. I think Brett Favre is better than him. Twist my arm.
I agree.
Twist my arm. Now, they had to move on. They made the right decision. The team made the right decision before Aaron Rodgers went off his mind. You know what I'm saying? But I think Brett Favre, put prime Brett Favre versus prime Well, I don't know, man. We're gonna get in trouble, man, because they gonna be like Prime Aaron Rodgers got them wiggles. Prime Aaron Rodgers got better wiggles, but Brett Favre, man, he gonna put it. He would put it in that bro. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it there. He don't give a damn. He's gonna extend the play. He gonna man. He would do. Oh my God, Brett Favre was awesome. So I'm gonna say, mm,
Yeah.
we could do a poll, but it probably would just get hated. So they be like, we could do
Uh,
a poll. It would just get hated. But I think I
Eli
got Brett Favre.
Manning or Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, man, yeah. I'm not a believer. I'm not gonna say because Aaron Rodgers got better tape, regular season tape. He just does. He got better regular season tape. Eli Manning got better postseason tape. You know what I'm saying? But there's a better. So I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers on that one.
Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger.
Damn, Brandon. Your man is. Ooh, man. Both of them.
You talk about wiggling, extending plays, wins.
I'm gonna say they're neck and neck.
Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers.
Rodgers.
That's okay. That's where I'm at with that as well.
It's not. It ain't got about the Super Bowl. I remember the games they played. Like,
Let me see you out on this. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees.
I might got Rodgers over Drew Brees. I don't know if they're gonna get me canceled in New Orleans or not, man. I might got Rodgers over Drew. I don't know. I got Rodgers over Drew Brees. I'm not gonna be disrespectful of Aaron Rodgers. Like the Jets, like man, that's kind of Michael Jordan at the Wizards, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all him, man. But like Aaron Rodgers, like he choked Brandon. I said it 3 seasons ago, man. He like, dude, why didn't you run to get the touchdown? He was like, and it was you had the chance to win back then. You could have kept Tom Brady from winning.
Kurt Warner.
Hey man, Kurt Warner. Nah, man, Aaron Rodgers better than Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner had a magical season, man. He warmed up that arm. Oh my God. Nah, man. I like Kurt Warner. A lot of respect, but like, nah, man. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Fair enough.
I want to look so win so bad. You gotta get a good one, man. Aaron Rodgers. That's a pretty good one though.
Yeah. We may have to do an off-season top 50 all-time quarterbacks.
I'm gonna put it out there, man. Aaron, man, people, the one you just said, not Phil Rivers. Nah, that's kind of interesting.
Eli.
Eli. I think people edge. They'll say Aaron Rodgers with that one, even with Eli getting 2 Super Bowls. But
Rodgers and Ben.
Graphics up. We'll put that graphic up. You put that graphic up. Because you put Rodgers and
I think the Favre. I think Aaron Rodgers before Aaron Rodgers was Brett Favre.
But Brett Favre, he's not a statue, but he don't have the wiggles like Aaron Rodgers. He does not have the wiggles like Aaron Rodgers at all. He could take a better licking than Aaron Rodgers. That's for damn sure. But I think they ball. They throw who throws a better ball. I don't know. Transition.
Don McNabb.
What's going on with the homie and the Rams? Or is he gonna retire? Stafford.
He needs to come to Indianapolis.
He's 37 years old.
Has that stopped Ballard before? He's had a 41-year-old back there.
Man, it sounds like they're trying to trade him or give him away or something, man. Or he's tired. But he gonna leave LA to come to Indianapolis? No trade to Indianapolis.
Might not be his choice.
Might not be his choice. The team might want to just restart all the way over.
If not there, then send him to New Orleans. Because how long's Carr going to be down there before they get tired of that? He's got to be indoors. He's not an outdoor quarterback.
He's not an outdoor quarterback. What about?
Does he go to San Fran? Because you're not going to believe in Purdy. You can't believe in Purdy any longer.
Damn, Brandon, they're gonna cut bait with Brock Purdy.
I think you got to soon. Maybe one more year if you're going to stick it out. I know you got your solids back as your defense. You had injuries and stuff, but I don't think Purdy's the guy.
The homie asked out. The running back, Debo.
Yeah.
But
That's
like,
another
you can't,
Steeler
you,
potential.
like,
Keep talking. I'm going to shut my door.
we don't want that. You do not want Debo Samuel. You do not want that on your roster. They might want Debo, like Debo for the right price might end up in Kansas City. Talking about we can't run the ball. He might
Could
end
be
up there.
Pittsburgh.
You're not getting everybody. They got to make this.
What
Pittsburgh.
do you mean everybody? We got to get a wideout, bud.
They got to make a decision on quarterback.
Exactly. They have plenty of money.
They only going to sign one quarterback.
Exactly. You sign one and you sign a wide receiver. Because we saw that shit didn't work. What else I got for you?
Myles Garrett.
Ooh.
Detroit Lions.
Writing was on the wall with that. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams probably wants out of New York as well. Then if Rodgers is out, does the Colts take a shot on that?
No, man. And they need to go to Kansas City. Maybe they'll take him.
You keep talking about everybody go to Kansas City. They can't sign everybody.
No, they can't take everybody. The Colts don't want. I don't foresee the Colts. The Colts need to have a big splash, and I know they don't necessarily have the draft capital to have a big splash this year, but I would expect him to, you know what I'm saying, use the draft picks that he has to fill the talent. The team has talent needs, and you know what I'm saying. Don't be trying to do no Will and Dillon. Don't try to get cute, Colts.
Well, they got you now. They're in desperate mode. Ballard's in desperate mode to try to do it.
Well, could be his last year.
Jonathan Birdsong's take this week. I don't have a topic for Birdsong's take this week. You've been kind of silent on Twitter all week, so I don't have one. I'm going to have you come up with your own Birdsong's take this week.
I'm not too pissy about too much of anything, man.
Or if you have a Reefs take you want to kind of throw towards me.
Not necessarily about realignment or anything else like that. I don't. Or Reefs take. Well,
shout out to the old classic podcast.
You're right. Shame on me. I don't have any notes. I was supposed to get some notes on racing. But I did not.
I got plenty. Daytona 500 this weekend.
This weekend.
Qualifying's tonight. I've got some bets for qualifying, and yes, I've got some bets for winners for Sunday. Good odds. You've Chevys have been running fantastic in Daytona as of late. So have the Fords. The Fords have just been wrecked out. Joey Logano won the championship last year. He's probably one of the favorites. I'm going to put money on him again. Every year, every super speedway race, I put some money on Joey Logano to win, and it gets to about 5 laps to go, and he wrecks, getting turned in the lead. So I'm going to keep putting money on him because at some point it's going to pay off, and the time I don't, he'll end up winning it. So Logano, I'm putting some money on. Keselowski as well, another very, very fast Ford. Denny Hamlin, he's a 3-time winner. I think Hamlin, the Toyotas are fast right now, which I don't take too much into what practice was today because there was some single file runs, but then there was a lot of cars grouped up. So qualifying's here in about 13 minutes for Daytona. And then tomorrow is the dual 125s tomorrow night that will set the order for positions 3 through 41. Some notable names in that. And then qualifying tonight, Helio Castroneves, 4-time Indy 500 champion, is racing this weekend. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is coming back for the Daytona race this weekend. Jimmy Johnson's back as well. So a lot of big names mixed in there. They're allowing practices again. That's been since before COVID where they let people practice. So that's coming back. Denny Hamlin had a wild hot take. That I'd like to talk to Danny Bridges in the future about is that he said Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Sr. could not keep up in this type of league at the super speedways with the way they're racing now. They wouldn't be able to keep up based on the packages, based on the rules of who you can draft with, who you can't draft with, based off manufacturers, that they wouldn't be able to do it. I saw the highlight today, and he said it on Dale Jr.'s podcast, so I thought that was very interesting.
That's real ballsy. I'll find it, man, and kind of get it out there. That's real ballsy. That sounds like the homie, the Lakers coach, talking about plumbers.
Yeah. And then the last one, Kyle Busch. He's plus 1,100. This is one of the big ones. He has never won. Kyle Larson's the same way. I think you got to put a little bit of money on Busch and Larson here. Both of them have a shot. Busch had the lead with like 9 laps to go last year, and then got turned in the big one. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. NASCAR starting back up, and then also we're 2 weeks away from IndyCar starting back up, and they're going to be on Fox. So they're going to be kind of on a lot of their races on Fox, and they're going to be down in St. Petersburg. So another IndyCar season starting soon. And then John's favorite, the UFL, the United Football League, is going to be starting up in 5-6 weeks.
Stop it, man. No, man. I was expecting WNBA season starts, and the Fever are building. They are amassing. You know what I'm saying?
I already put money on the title.
I know you did. I
love all the people they're picking up. I want to get some players on this show. Sophia Cunningham, let's put her on the show.
Uh-oh. Man, we got a wish list. See if we can get.
We don't got the money.
You got any? Yeah, right. I didn't really. Other than that, man, I didn't really have nothing else, man.
Pacers. I want to talk Pacers.
Oh, go ahead. Let's go.
They were silent at the trade deadline. Thought they were going to pick up Alex Lynn. Alex Lynn is with the Lakers.
Yeah.
What about that craziness with the trade? I sent you the text. The trade's been rescinded. Don't connect back to the Lakers. Now his feelings are hurt. He tell JJ, I don't know when I want to come back to play. I have my millennial mind where I have to wrap my head around it all.
Hey, man, you better get it together, dude, because this is the Lakers, and LeBron James is out here on the twilight.
They've won 9 of 10.
Luka Doncic is out here. I know I messed up his last name.
Street clothes is out for a month. They fleeced.
Right. No, man, the Lakers, listen, man, I don't want to say they're going to win a championship this year, but, man, they got better, man. I get that they necessarily need, when you have to face, they're going to have to face Denver at some point, right? So, but I think they're going to just try to play fast and play smart. Hopefully they figure out. Listen, Luka Doncic you got a double team matchup him too. You got a double team matchup LeBron. So you go double team so many people, so somebody got to be open there. So exciting times in LA. I like it. I watched a little bit of them playing the other night, man. They probably need to play faster. But nah, man, it was. They got some things to work out, but nah, man, future.
Are you putting the crown on?
No, man, LeBron.
Are you crowning?
When LeBron in 2 years, man, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna do just like that. He's gonna be like this. It's gonna be a coronation. It's crazy. It's crazy in Laker town, man. JJ Redick is the head coach. LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time, or if not the greatest player, is in the twilight of his career. They trade for a top 5 player. You know what I'm saying? They get it. They pull off a trade, and the son of the greatest player is on the team as well. He's playing and contributing to it. Don't be a hater on Bronny.
He ain't contributing. Maybe to grabbing water.
They turned he was putting some moves on James Harden 2 weeks ago, man. Oh my goodness, man. Putting him on some skates.
I need consistency.
Nah. You need consistency? Yeah, he does.
Pacers.
He started his career early.
Back to the Pacers, 29-21, 4th in the East. They lost last night to the Knicks at home. Without Miles Turner, you should have won the damn game. I don't care. You're in Washington tonight, and Corey Kispert right now is killing us. But you got to win this game tonight. There's no excuse to lose to Washington on a back-to-back. I don't care. But this is where you want to be. You want to be that top 4 seed to host a playoff series. And right now they're only up a game or a half game on Milwaukee, which me and you said a couple weeks ago that Milwaukee is just, what are they doing? So you got to start winning these games. You have to win.
Yeah.
You can't have a bad night. I'm sorry, this is not
Can't
the
lose.
time of year where you have those bad nights.
Yeah, you can't lose to Malcolm Brogdon. I don't know if Malcolm Brogdon plays. You know how he plays. You know what I'm saying, sometime. But you can't lose to Malcolm Brogdon. You can't lose to a team that really wants Cooper Flag like tomorrow. You know what I mean? You can't lose to this team. So
Yeah,
kind
they
of,
love this.
you know what I mean? Kind of concerning loss for me, man. With them losing at home against the Knicks, man. You let Josh Hart go for 30. Josh Hart's not necessarily known as a primary scorer, but he, you know, said 30 and I think he had 10 rebounds and 5 assists, man. So again, Josh Hart kind of like owns the Pacers, man. It's concerning. You didn't necessarily get the best performance out of Jarris Walker last night. You damn near Brandon Reef. TJ McConnell looks like the better lead point guard with the starters than Tyrese Halliburton does, man. Tyrese didn't necessarily have a bad performance from a stat line point of view last night, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know, Brandon. They got you know what I'm saying, some games on the floor issues, I think, and they need to get them rectified if they want to be taken seriously. Again, right now, nothing necessarily to lose your minds over. They are still sitting pretty at fourth in the standings. Yeah. But in order for this team to get back to winning better, our friend kind of looked lost since he's been back. Aaron Nesmith. I kind of point that out. He kind of been lost. You know what I'm saying? A little in the shuffle, man. Fouling. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily get. So you know what I'm saying? I think on the floor they got a lot. They got some things they gotta, you know what I'm saying, work out. But you can't just you know what I'm saying, eat off the poor teams, the bad teams, and then when it comes time to play playoff teams, you know what I'm saying, in your backyard at home, and kind of not come out with the dub. So that's kind of where I'm kind of concerned with. I'm not overall concerned with the Pacers because Brandon, they do have a little bit of a switch. They like to turn, but you want to go in hot, you want to go in good. You know what I'm saying? And I know we come up to the All-Star break or whatnot, but like you want to make sure that you get home court advantage.
Yep.
And winning these games like this, a little concerning for me.
Update: Oakland. 12 minutes to go in the game. Oakland up 54-44 on IU Indianapolis. So Campy's bunch up by 10 with 12 minutes to go.
Hey, eat your Wheaties, man. You coaching the sideline against Campy and Oakland, man. You better eat your Wheaties, man. So it looks like IU Indy got their hands cut out.
I saw a video of him today. He was walking through Hinkle.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think people know, man. I know, man. Me and Brandon were trying to go. I just be totally honest with everybody right now, right? Me and Brandon were trying to go to the show tonight, but the Indiana weather was not cool. You know what I'm saying? With that, so we'll catch up with the homie. But like, man, Coach Campy, man, he's one of the. I know we don't necessarily, nobody kind of go ever confuse him. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he coaches, you know what I'm saying, at Little Oakland, man. But like, man, he's one of the great coaching minds, man. We'll catch up with him again, man. Because I kind of just went. I had Brandon, and you know, I don't really ask a whole lot of questions and pressers, but I had a couple questions, man. But we'll save them for another day.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see them here. They become one of the top 4 teams for the Horizon League tournament. Maybe they can make that in there. So cool. Anything else, John, before we go this week? Short night tonight or this week. You know, not a lot going on. We're transitioning out of the NFL, but we got Combine coming up in a couple weeks here in Indianapolis, so that'll be a fun time. Yeah, we're getting close to college conference basketball tournaments and NCAA tourney. Baseball starting up soon.
No, I want the Purdue Boilermakers. I want to end on the positive. No, I know they lost last night. I know that with their style of play doesn't necessarily say like what you're going to get out of your bench, but they got to get.
Cooking.
He said
22-8 on free throws.
They got to
Jesus, at least don't make it obvious.
You got to get some production out of the. You got to get some consistent. And I know guys don't necessarily get all the shots where they like them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, the Miles Covers of the world and the Caleb Firsts of the world, you know what I'm saying, they need them to step up in a major way. You know, again, not necessarily panic mode for Purdue, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you want it for them, and so that, you know what I'm saying, they can, you know, kind of build off where they left off last year. But like, you know what I'm saying, got some tough games in front of them. We'll see where they got Michigan State, they got Indiana again, don't they? I
Yeah.
do believe.
Yeah. Indiana's got only 2 games left this month, and they have like 10 days to prepare for Purdue. So, especially with a Mike Woods and nothing left to lose, empty the tank.
Nothing to lose. It's a tank, right?
Yeah, exactly. I honestly, I look at the schedules wise. Michigan State, I think they're going to fall off, John. They're the worst 3-point shooting team in the Big Ten. That kind of showed last night against IU. They've got a tough schedule coming up with a lot of ranked games coming up. Michigan, I think, has got the easiest schedule. I think they're right on track to win the Big Ten regular season this year. They still got to play Michigan State twice, but they're already up a game. So, and they got the easier schedule. And Michigan State's downside when you can't shoot 3-pointers. So, I think they've got the advantage. I think it's Michigan, and then I think you're looking at a Purdue maybe second, or Wisconsin then finishing second, and then Michigan State possibly third or fourth. The conference as we move on. So, and remember, not every team this year goes to the Big Ten tournament. It's changed now. So 3 teams are going to be left out. So instead of 18, it's going to be 15 teams in the Big Ten tournament.
Man, I can't believe I was watching Northwestern play Oregon. My homies,
conference.
Collins, man, he was the coach, but like, man, they was all the way in Oregon. No, they got to figure out something with their schedule, man. We don't have this all over everywhere, man. So realignment's coming, y'all.
Cool. All right. The conversation continues, like we said, on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, Instagram. The conversations will always continue there. John will put out the graphics with Aaron Rodgers or who else, or is it Brett Favre? Is it Ben?
For sure.
Eli, he'll have those out there. But yeah, join us in the conversation then. We'll be back better than ever next week. Once again, thank you guys for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. We love what we do. We want to thank our sponsor, Scott K. Nichols State Farm Insurance as well. Without them, we would not be able to do what we do. So in closing, I'm Brandon Reef, my co-host, John the Birdsong. JB, anything before we let out?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show.